Gas is up because of the Iran war. Everyone is watching the pump numbers go higher and higher. Nobody is running the math on what it actually costs in your household. I did. And I'm going to show you exactly what to do about it right now.
Gas was $2.98 on February 28th. That was the day the United States and Israel launched strikes on Iran. Today, the national average is $3.84. That is 86 cents more per gallon in 18 days. But the national average hides the real picture. California is at $6.50 right now. Chicago is $4.08. 7 states are already above $4. The gap between the cheapest state and California is over $3 per gallon. That gap matters because California is not an outlier. It is a preview. California prices lead the national average by 6 to 8 weeks in every energy shock. What California pays today, most of America approaches in 60 days. This is not the first time Americans have been here. Every administration has faced this. Nixon had 1973, the Arab oil embargo, gas lines, rationing, prices that doubled overnight. Carter had 1979, the Iranian Revolution, gas at record highs, inflation at 14%. Bush had 2008, Iraq war demand surge, gas hit $4.11 in July. Obama had 2011, Arab Spring disruptions, gas averaged $4.11 through May. Biden had 2022, Russia-Ukraine war, gas hit $5.09 in June. The all-time record, Trump has 2026, Iran war, Hormuz closed, Brent crude near 109 a barrel, Goldman Sachs warning of 150 to 200 a barrel if the strait stays blocked. The pattern is not partisan, it is a mechanism. Middle East conflict triggers energy shock. Energy shock triggers inflation. Inflation triggers a Federal Reserve response. Fed response triggers economic slowdown. The president changes, the sequence does not. Now here's the part that burns families every single time, and almost nobody explains it clearly. Gas prices go up like a rocket and come down like a feather. That is the actual economic term, asymmetric pass-through. When crude oil spikes, pump prices follow within days. When crude oil falls, pump prices drift down over weeks and months. The formal reason is that refiners buy crude, process it, and sell the refined product on a lag. In moments of uncertainty, they protect their margins on the way up. They give that margin back slowly on the way down. What this means for you is simple. Even if the war ends tomorrow, you will be paying elevated prices for 60 to 90 days after the shooting stops. The relief does not arrive when the conflict de-escalates. It arrives when the entire refinery and distribution cycle catches up, and that takes time. Patrick DeHaan at Gas Buddy said it this week. Day-to-day crude oil drops are likely to stall out further increases at the pump, but sustained relief may not be felt for a while. Any drop in crude could be further delayed by the uncertain end to hostilities. The people who understand rockets and feathers do not wait for relief. They act now. So here is what actually comes next after gas, because gas is not the story. Gas is the first chapter. Week 1 and 2, right now, gas pump. Diesel at $5.04 per gallon, the highest since 2022. Airline fuel surcharges begin repricing immediately. If you need to travel in the next 60 days, book your flights this week. Airfares will move upward as fuel costs hit airline balance sheets. Waiting for fares to drop means waiting until after conflict resolution. That is months away at minimum. Book now. Week 3 and 4. Shipping costs reprice. 70% of everything Americans buy moves by truck. When diesel hits $5, every trucking contract in America renegotiates. That cost passes directly to retail prices on every shelf in every store. Week 4 through 8, grocery prices begin moving, packaged goods first. Anything with petroleum-based packaging or long transport distances, then produce, then meat. As feed cost increases, work through the livestock cycle with a 60 to 90-day lag. Month 2 through 3, electricity bills. Natural gas powers 38% of United States electricity generation. As natural gas prices climb, utility bills follow. This is the hit most families do not see coming because it arrives quietly on a monthly statement. Month 3 through 6, fertilizer shortage reaches grocery shelves. The Strait of Hormuz carries 50% of global urea and sulfur fertilizer exports. That disruption is already running, and the harvest impact arrives in August and September. Food prices spike 8 to 15% on staples: corn, wheat, soybeans, cooking oil, flour, meat. Month 4 through 8. Mortgage rates. Higher oil prices are already pushing up the yield on the 10-year Treasury note. That yield is the benchmark for mortgage rates. Every point it rises makes a home purchase or refinance more expensive.
Hey, sorry to jump in, but this is pretty important. Energy shocks don't stop at the pump. What comes next is groceries, jobs, mortgages, and that sequence destroys household budgets. So the good news is you can actually get ready for this and take advantage of it when people aren't paying attention. They're just busy watching sports. My real estate crash bundle shows you exactly what to do, what to watch, what to move, and when to do it all. So you are reading the second and the third wave. You're running this before most people have processed the first one. So take a look at the link below and get access while the price is still a smoking deal. And now let's jump right back into the video.
Month 6 through 12, jobs. Moody's chief economist Mark Zandi said it plainly. Inflation will accelerate, cut into consumer purchasing power, and hit consumer spending, GDP, and employment. The United States economy already lost jobs in February before the war's full impact was registered. That is the starting point, not the peak. Now let us talk about the difference between acting this week versus acting 30 days from now. Airfare. Book now. Pre-shock fares are still available. The window closes within 2 to 3 weeks. Shelf-stable groceries. Buy this week at today's prices. Wholesale cooking oil, flour, and canned goods are already moving. Retail follows 4 to 6 weeks behind wholesale. Buying now is not hoarding. It is buying what you were going to buy anyway before the price changes. Protein, freeze it now. Ground beef and chicken prices track feed costs, which track fertilizer, which is already disrupted. The lag is 60 to 90 days. You have a window. Gas gift cards. $100 in gas gift cards bought today at $3.84 is worth more when gas hits $4.50. Simple math. No complicated strategy. Utility rates. If you are on a variable rate utility plan, call your provider this week and ask about locking into a fixed rate. Natural gas prices are moving. Locking in before the full impact registers saves money. The families who do these things are not panicking. They are doing what every supply chain manager at every major corporation in America is doing right now, buying forward before price increases arrive. Now, here is the part worth thinking about carefully. The total savings available to a household that takes these steps runs between $800 and $1,500 over the next 12 months. That is not a rounding error. $800 to $1,500 is the price of a real estate crash course, a mortgage strategy program, a first position in a hard asset before the inflation this energy shock is now triggering finishes running. The families who come out of energy shocks with their financial position intact are not necessarily richer. They are more deliberate. Every dollar saved at the pump during the shock period is a dollar that can be deployed into protection. If this video saved you money, reinvest it now. The link is below. One of the programs there was built specifically for this moment in the economic cycle. Use the savings to protect yourself further. Now here is the political frame and what to watch next. Every president releases strategic reserves when this happens. It is already announced. 172 million barrels from the United States portion. This takes 4 months to reach the market. It dampens price pressure but does not eliminate it. Political pressure toward resolution builds fast. The midterm elections are in November. Gas prices at $4.50 or above are historically devastating for the party in power. That political clock is a real force pushing toward de-escalation, regardless of which party is in the White House. When the conflict ends, and it will end, prices will drop. But remember rockets and feathers. The drop will be slower than the rise, and the downstream inflation, groceries, utilities, mortgage rates will continue running. The pump relieves. The grocery bill does not. Not for a while. Here is what to search for to stay ahead of this. Search Hormuz closure timeline for the latest on when shipping resumes. Search Strategic Petroleum Reserve release schedule for when that supply hits the market. Search 10-year Treasury yield current because that number tells you where mortgage rates are heading. Search corn and soybean futures. These 4 searches take 10 minutes. They will tell you more about where your household finances are heading than any news broadcast. Share this with the people around you, your parents on fixed income, your adult kids, anyone who is about to get surprised. The pump is not the story. It is the first chapter of the story, the chapter everyone sees. The rest of the chapters are already written. They arrive on a schedule. Now you know the schedule.